Happy Rolla-Days! I'm just kidding. Hey guys, it's CL, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I make brand new Critical Role recaps every Monday at noon, and would be happy to have you join the party. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the Bertrand bell to be notified of future videos. Now, without further ado, let's discuss the 43rd episode of Campaign 3 of Critical Role. Before we begin, I do want to wish everyone a happy holiday and also a speedy recovery to Taliesin, who was out sick this week. But that didn't stop the deep dive, so let's get into this. The episode begins as Shithead, proves his namesake and shits on FCG's head. The beast is quickly taken out. By the way, Laura rolled 4 on 3d10, which is, I'm sorry, Laura, horrible. But luckily, it's quick to be taken out, but it's also quick to regain life. The creature is undead. FCG tries to have a conversation with Shithead, but it doesn't exactly go well. They only learn that it just hates him. There's no particular reason, Shithead just wants to use letters as their potty. But I don't buy it. An undead creature had to be made by someone, but who? Who could have it out for FCG? Who could be wanting to keep an eye on them? My current theory is Devexian. If you don't remember Devexian, they go by D. They're one of the Aormatons that were found in Campaign 2. Letters was purchased from someone named D, so I'm assuming Devexian. I don't know why or how, but I do think that D is trying to keep an eye on the Aormaton. I mean, he let him go out into the wild. Was it because he believed the bot to have irreparable damage? Maybe FCG holds an even darker secret to the past. Maybe there's more to who their secret project was that they may have harmed in their previous life. After Shithead flies off, they notice Ashton isn't there anymore. When Imogen sends them a message, he replies with, "I'm following a thing." That's a very Taliesin response, so 10 out of 10. The rest of the party finally head into the seminary and speak with someone at the front desk. While learning that Ebenold Kai has been gone for months, the ambiance becomes stifled by some unwelcomed guests. A bronze-masked humanoid with no way to see or speak is patrolling the area. Sporting big arms and platinum bracers with religious glyphs, Fern remembers something from her more niche studies and tells the group that this is a Judicator. Definitely a scary name, but they're religious people who made the choice to allow gods to take over their being for protection of the high temples in Vasselheim. They've been around since the Calamity, apparently. They're hunters and wardens for the gods, and sort of have an all-knowing vibe. Just very creepy stuff. But the woman at the desk, Carol, reveals they've been around for a week. We'll get to know why they're here in a minute. Though Carol was initially hesitant to answer questions, with the help of Letter's fast friend spell, she's very happy to lead them to Astani's residence in the Dominion Ring. Dominion keeps autocorrecting to Domino's, and now I just want pizza. After taking the party there, the Hells manage to pull a piece of fireable information from her, so in case she spills, there's blackmail. And after saying their goodbyes, invisibly, Chutney enters and triggers and disarms, to his credit, some of the traps, and invites his party to come inside the building. Doing a search of the place, Imogen can sense 2 minds present below them, and Chetney's able to use his nose to find a trapdoor that leads to a secret basement. Despite announcing themselves, Astani and an elven companion are rightfully triggered and begin to try and teleport elsewhere. But the Hells are quick and manage to jump into the portal forming and follow them across plains to a very familiar place. If you haven't watched Campaign 2, here's some minor spoilers you might want to skip ahead a second. But the group are transported into a stuffy and hot research cavern of Plane Rider Wren. If you don't remember her, this is the cavern the Mighty Nein escaped to in episode 129 while fleeing the Cerberus assembly goons. You know, the place where Veth's son was killed. Yikes. But Plane Rider Wren is known for her abilities to shift between worlds, and is also a member of the Arcana Pansophical, which is a relatively good group of magic users who in my head are like the lawful good to the Cerberus Assembly's chaotic neutral. And one of her co-members is Allura Vysoren, so you know they have a good reputation. I love all the connections here. But Bell's Hells announced themselves to Astani, his elven companion, Dr. Detisho, whose speciality is the schism, and Plane Rider Wren herself. They are able to talk the trio down from their attack positions as they reveal their connections to Ruidus and why they want to take down and stop Otohan Thule. Well, it turns out the Judicators that were there earlier, yeah, they're in town for them. They stole the secret texts from Vasselheim. You know, the ones about the secret forgotten duo of gods that are just not here anymore. Yeah, so basically they're wanted fugitives now, and the Crossroads and the Platinum Sanctuary in Vasselheim are after them. Estani is luckily able to share some light on these texts. Once upon a time, there were two forgotten deities. Ethodok, the Endless Shadow, was a god of darkness and winter. Then there was Vordo, the Fate Shaper, keeper of fate and order. As it turns out, the gods made Ruidus because something beyond the stars arrived to Exandria, a monster called Predathos, a hunter of gods. It devoured the Endless Shadow and the Fate Shaper, and so the deities made a pact with the titans of that time and created a prison, potentially entrapping Predathos inside Ruidus forever, building a lore of unluckiness and curses surrounding it, in the hopes that humanity would ignore the mysterious celestial body, and the monster would be trapped forever. Now, we still don't know what Otohan and her band of Ruidus-born are actually up to. We do know that they're called Exalted, and that Imogen and her mother both are Exalted, and that large numbers of these people are gathering at a nexus point in the Hellcatch Valley, and they don't know why. They feel like they're being called there. So Liliana Timmelt could actually be there, either working with Otohan or just there because of some circumstance. However, the spot is an excavation site of some kind, once belonging to the Tishtan culture. It was recently uncovered, however, by the seminary nearly 5 years ago, but guess who showed up and bullied their way into calling the shots? The Cerberus Assembly. Planewriter Wren reveals that the site may have been used in the long past for forgotten rituals. That she's noticed the ley lines movement over Exandria isn't random. It's a cyclical pattern over time. And that spot at one point was special. So what are they attempting to do? Still don't know. Some theories involved releasing the beast, maybe harnessing its power, or maybe destroying it. It just can't be good. The Hells decide they're going to try and help out the best they can, and start to devise a plan to perhaps hinder whatever ritual may end up taking place. The opposition is building machines on the 3 closest planes. Maybe they need the energy of all 3 to release Predathos. Maybe they're trying to merge realms together so he can rule them all. Who knows? They have to stop this plan. When trying to come up with connections to potentially destroy the equipment, Fern's grandmother comes up, and we learn that she's Morrigan the Fate Stitcher, guardian of one of the Fans of the Feywild, aka one of its hearts. So she's all-powerful, and is potentially an amazing ally to have in the fight. Imogen reaches out to her through sending, and the creepy being responds saying her granddaughter is welcome back at any time. Now, with sort of a plan, the Hells say their goodbyes and return to Eos with the intent of meeting up with Ashton. Before they can make it out of Astani's basement, they hear a ruckus above. The Judicators have found them. What did you guys think of the episode? It was very lore heavy, but we learned a lot. What do you think Otohan is intending to do with these machines and after Predathos is unlocked from the moon prison? We also learned that Laudna has the hots for the Nightmare King. Very interesting. What do you think his role is in this? Does he have a stake in this fight, or is he just a being of chaos that wants to fuck around and find out? Also, in the comments below, tell me which NPC or player character you'd love to see return. With Planewriter Wren, it seems even the most niche characters can come back, so my vote right now is Pumat Sol. Tell me what yours would be. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and check out my recaps of Campaign 3 on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Stay warm out there. Bidet, my friends.